first time I heard about composite materials, I was a student, I think. I was still at school. So as an architect, I studied architecture in France, in Nancy. And there I think we had a lesson about materials in general. And composite appeared in the presentation, but to be frank, I didn't really know what it was because it just went really fast. The first time I really knew about composites was, I think, a few years ago because I used it in a project. So I had to do a lot of research about it. And I think that was the second time I really learned about composites. I think the complexity of form that is possible with a material, I think it's really important. I mean, really important, it's really interesting as an architect because we can really push the boundaries of design. So our office, UNStudio, for example, we use a lot of free form design. So that is definitely a material that allows our mind to go a bit further than with traditional materials. And that I think we really love it. And I mean, the technology, also the technical part of it is also really interesting. And the manufacturing part, I mean, there are a lot of interesting parameters within those materials that we don't have in other materials that are quite interesting for us, that push the boundaries and our boundaries as well. Not being afraid of it, just start to understand how it works, start to understand how you can manufacture it, and maybe something that can help. That's what I did before when I started to learn about composite materials. And mainly I just started with materials that I already knew, like concrete, for example. And so concrete, I went to GFRC, so glass reinforced concrete. And then I started to learn about what are the possibilities. But because it was also really close to something that I knew, it was kind of easy to just let them do the next step for those different kind of materials. Because it's not far from what you know, so you know the details, you know how it works. And maybe that can be easier than to just go into the transition and go completely composite.